Mga saka, maayad hapag umahay inyo alan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wa ta'ala wa barakatuh. Magandang umaga, good morning po sa lahat. I am Khevin Pepito, former seminarian on leave from St. John Vianney Theological Seminary. So, a priest in the process. So, why I was able to come up on the stage this morning? Well, to share with you these 3 C's of my experience as a teacher volunteer of the Madaris Volunteer Program. The stories of connection, the stories of courage, and the stories of compassion. So, I grow up into a community wherein I only have limited encounters, ideas, knowledge about our Muslim brethren, with due respect to all of us here. I grow up in Cabanglasan, Bukidnon. So by its province itself, it's mountainous. It's really in the mountain. And I grow up with my family living there, side by side with the Omajamnon or the Umayamnons of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon. That's why I told you, Marajao no pagtiro no mga saka, which means good morning and welcome everyone. And to continue with these stories of being a volunteer teacher, how did I come up being into a volunteer teacher of the Madaris Volunteer Program? Well, basically, in the seminary formation, after 2 years of extensive theological studies, we were given this 3rd year of the formation. We were given the privilege to teach as part of the program for the priesthood. And it is from where our formators from the seminary had already a connections with the Ateneo de Davao University, from whom I've learned about the Madaris Volunteer Program. So even before, there were already first batch of MVP from the seminary, and one is here. We have Sir Joshua Michael Escandio. I'm following his footsteps. So, to continue with the story, I was supposed to be assigned in Cambodia for the mission, for the 1-year ministry program. But because of the pandemic, there are a lot of restrictions in securing myself for the passport. So I decided not to. That's why I went home and waited for 2 months for the appointment of my ministry year assignment, until I heard and received the notice that I will be assigned to Tawi-Tawi. A place of the unknown for me. I never knew Tawi-Tawi. Where would that place be? And where should I situate myself? Being born a Christian, together with the Lumans of Cabanglasan, how much do I know with the Muslim community? I was running with fear. My heart is pounding with fear at that time when I heard of the assignment. Why? Because of the rumors, the hearsays, the negative stereotyping against our Muslim brethren in my hometown. And even with that fear, I entrust everything to the good Lord, because I knew for sure that something good will happen to me out there. And so, as I accepted my assignment in Tawi-Tawi, with heart pounding with fear, I embarked that first ride of the plane from Zamboanga to Tawi-Tawi. The first time I've met my community, the first time I've met the people, the first time I've said Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa ta'ala wa barakatuh, that even until now I'm still bringing with me salam, the peace that once I've met with them. And so, the challenge began. I don't know how to start and what to start because of the language barriers. My community is a mix up of Sama and the Tausug. But the common language they're using is the Tausug. Di ko pa kaingatan magbisara in Tausug. But after a while, I had to learn their language in order to communicate with my community, in order to give instructions to my pupils. And in 3 months' time, I studied their language. And if not in totality, at least a little of it. Like walking along the roads, passing by the houses, I could already say, lumabay pa ako, assalamu alaikum. And that would bring a very beautiful smiles from the people that give me the courage to continue what I am doing. The fear was slowly eradicating because I've seen for myself these beautiful smiles of the people as I met them every day. With a simple, lumabay pa ako and salam, peace began to sprout within me, and my fear began to eradicate. And so, after 3 months' time of being there, I went house to house with my pupils. Although with the pandemic's restrictions, I had to do the thing I am supposed to be doing as a teacher. So way back before, I've already been teaching in the high school and in the college. Way back 2014 until 2019, until such time that I went to Tawi-Tawi that I had to teach once again. But it's more challenging because I already had these elementary pupils, these little children. And you know what? I don't know actually how to speak with them, how to tell them, because not all of them knows how to use the Tagalog or the Filipino language. They're more used to their Tausug and Sama languages, or dialects rather. And so, in God's grace, at least there are pupils who could speak in Filipino. And when I talk about or giving about my instructions in the classroom, there are these students who could translate to their fellow students. And see, I am seeing hope from this child. I thought I am teaching them, but actually I'm giving them that benefit to become in the near future one of the best translator from Filipino to their language, and from their language to Filipino. See, that's very beautiful. And of course, not just simply as a teacher, I went through their ups and downs as well. I have to listen to my people. I have to listen to my community. I may never be able to enter and get engaged with them and immerse myself with them until such time that I started to listen to them. The very first time I've heard a child saying, "Sir, turuan mo akong magbasa." Because for almost 2 years' time, due to the pandemic, they were left behind. No one was there to teach them because even their parents are not that too good enough to teach them. because there are still many things that they have to do inside their houses, their household chores. These little children has to help their parents. So that's why that very first time I've heard a child saying, "Teacher, sir, turuan mo akong magbasa." And that moved me. That's why even in the evening, I'm supposed to be teaching them during the day, but I'll have to exhaust and saturate all the means to teach them even in the night. Some of our pupils and some are not our pupils already studying in high school went to the madrasah just to ask our help, just to let us help them learn what they wanted to learn from their individual schools. And you see, that truly surprised me, being a teacher. I thought I will be teaching simply the pupils under my classroom, but I was teaching most of them who are students in my community. And of course, I'm not just simply saying that to myself alone, because I'm not the only teacher there. There were 3 brothers who were sent to Tawi-Tawi, and I am just one among them. The 2 already continued, and me, I stayed with the program. Because, you see, in the MVP, I have seen that challenge. I have seen that this program is truly life-giving to the rest of the communities who are in need, especially in the field of education. And not just, once again, in the field of education, I went outside the classroom, maximized my time being there in Tawi-Tawi, being there in Panglima Damsik Islamic Academy at Barangay Tubig Basag, Bungaw, Tawi-Tawi. So with that entire barangay, some of the parents told me, "Teacher, we wanted our pupils, we wanted our children to be circumcised." Excuse me. So I'm thinking and discerning, can I really do that? I'm not a doctor. How can I do that? And so, again, relying into what I can do because of their need, and relying and trusting to the good Lord about that there is something that we can do together. I went through the Marines with the 2nd Marine Brigade and the connections with the different sectors, the LGUs of Bungaw, Tawi-Tawi, with the RHU and the IPHO of Tawi-Tawi. I went through them, and thanks be to God, was able to do what they're asking. And so, they're happy. So see, being a teacher there is not just simply teaching the children, but it's actually listening to their cries, because it seems like when they speak among themselves, nobody hears them. So that's why I for myself, I said to them, just tell me, I will do the best I can, but you have to help yourselves as well. Please collaborate and cooperate. My fear before even talking to them had already gone beyond that. I could already ask a demand for their collaboration, because change happens when we ourselves have this kind of understanding and mutual respect, and peace has more strength in there to collaborate with one another, to have this shared mutual respect with one another amidst our differences, diversities in cultures, principles, and perspectives. But once we know how to listen to them, we could extend each other, helping one hand in hand. And so, Again, because of the beauty of this program, I am thankful for the G-Serve. I'm very thankful because of your help. This program was able to go beyond the peripheries of Bukidnon, beyond the peripheries of Davao, beyond the peripheries of Zamboanga. The Madaris Volunteer Program now has 28 partner Madaris institutions within Barm Region and one in Davao Oriental. And so we are very much thankful to you, G-Sir, for your support and for your help. You know, what truly touched me there in this experience of mine as a volunteer teacher is this. It's not our differences that we touch lives. It is by appreciating our differences that the beauty of peace sprouts and resides. Thank you so much, and I wish you well for this entire day.